Hello guys and welcome. In today's tutorial we'll be discussing components input. In other words, component data. How do we accept data into components? By now it should be clear that Angular is largely based on component. That is, you are going to build Angular, you are going to be building Angular application using a whole lot of components nested inside one another. So there might be cases whereby components won't fetch the data they need from remote location themselves. You might have to pass the data from a parent component down to the child component, to the fact that we are nesting component inside of another. So for example, this web page is made of a component, guys. So inside of this components we have three separate component. So this is created by selector is a component. So this also is a component, this also is a component. So imagine we are dealing with data whereby each of these components, each of them is inside a component known as app component. So now imagine you want to pass data from the app component to this component, or to this component, or to this component. So how do we do that? So that is what today's tutorial is all about. So the first approach we are going to use is the input signal method. So because this tutorial is based on Angular version 18, so we are going to use this input signal, which is the latest way of accepting input. And secondly, we are going to use input decorator to see, which is the formal way of accepting data or input into components. So without wasting much time, let's dive right into coding. So the first thing we are going to do is we are going to create a component that we will use to demo that. So let's say ng generates components. Again, you can type all of this in full. Ng, you can type generate in full, you can type component in full. Then the name of the components, let's say products card. So this is the name I'm giving to the components. Enter. Okay, we have our components right here. And very quickly, let's import the component for use inside here. Let's say products card, and let's use the component directly. So we are going straight to business today. You're not going to waste time. Let's separate them. So okay, this is the default generated selector. Of course, you can customize it, you can change however you want, out to whatever we want. So if you look at it here, you see this is our product card. So that is why we have that. So let's remove this app there and come here. Let's make it okay. We have our components. Let's see if this is working. Okay, it's not working now. I think we've imported, are we not? Okay, let's check that out. Components works, then we should have this there. Let me check again. Okay, let's refresh. Oh, sorry, that's weird. Okay, we have, this is the content of our components. So let's quickly design a form of card. All right, the form of card, like item card. Okay, you're going to have a product, right? So let's say products. Let's have product, have image. Okay, I have a product, I have an image inside my asset folder. I can say camera, what's the extension, jpg. Then after that, what again, okay, let's give the product name, let's say camera, the product name. let's say price, let's say $1,000. Okay, we have a very dummy design, right? Okay, the image is too large. Okay, let's quickly style it. So I'm going to open the class here. Let's call this products. All right. So I have a class here. So let's style the class in the styling file of the components. So let's say products class products. Again, I assume you know a bit of CSS. So if this is not clear to you, kindly drop a comment for me to guide you on how to go about this. So let's type. First thing I want to do is I want to hide the extension overflow hidden. I don't want it to. Okay, we have it now. It is not overflowing anymore. And again, I don't want the height of the image. Okay, let's do something like this. Let's call this one header. Okay, let's say header. I can say the height is I'm saying 200 pixel. Again, overflow hidden. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay, I have this. Don't worry about the distance. I'm making it very straightforward. Okay, I have this. Let's just give some border around here. Border on solid pixel, solid. Let's make it gray like. Okay, let's do border radius. Let's say 10 pixel. I want to give some. Okay, I want to give some padding. So I can say let's say body. All right. So here body. I'm doing some padding with body. Okay, I think I have something. What else? Let's say body and this. Margin bottom. Let's say just 5 pixel. I think what is too much. Okay. Let's make it 30 pixel. Okay, I think that is fine for now. All right, you can always customize for that. So now we have our products. The image of our products, the name of our products, and the price of our products. Right. So this, but one thing here is that all of this data is directly inside of this component, and we are looking at how do we accept input into this component. But one thing I would like us to do is to make this more. Let's repeat this one. Let's repeat this card. 2, 3. Let's have like four like that. Let's keep them in a row. Let's keep them in a row. Let me say row. First row over here. So see, they are not in a row, so let's keep them in a row so that it will look like an actual products list. So let's say I'm styling inside app component.css because that is where we are using the app products. So I'll go with flex. just to keep these things very straight. Flex, let's do some gapping, and that's okay. Let's overflow. Okay, I think the image is too large, so let's style it over here. Let's say width 100. Let's see what that will give us. Okay, now we have our product. So this is how our product looks like. Let's give some margin here so that will have space. Margin bottom, let's say 10 pixel. Okay, so we have product 1, product 2, product 3, product 4. Now so what we have here, each of these is a card on its own, and we made this data static, but in real life the data are going to be dynamic. So how do we pass data into this component? This is a component on its own. This is a component, an instance of the component product card is what gives us this that we are currently seeing. So how do we pass data into this? So let's go over to here to the TS of our components. So just like I said, the first approach is we're going to use the latest approach of Angular, which is the inputs, the signal input. So I'll say let's call it products. Product is equal to input. So we have this input, and I see it is imported here from as Angular core, right? So we have this input. Let's make it okay, let's give it a type so that it will be much more convenient since we are using TypeScript. So let's say I'll say the type is products. Alright, so let me quickly over here create an interface called products. So in TypeScript, interface is a way for you to give your data a format. I'm trying to explain it as layman as possible, but conceptually in programming, interface represents a set of abstract method. So let's keep it that for now. So what do we have in our products? Our products have image. So let's say we have image. The type is string. Let's say we have name, also string. Let's say we have price. So this one is number. The type of okay. Now we have this. So let's make it require. So it is required. So what that means is that anywhere they want to use this component, they must pass this product. As you can see, this is not giving us error. So let's quickly fix that. So how do we fix this? Is we'll pass the data, the product into the instances of the component. So very quickly you can say product, right? So you say products. So let's copy this and repeat this same thing. Repeat the same thing. Okay, so the last error we have is that we are trying to access a property that is not defined. Look at where we are. We are currently in app.component.html, so which is the app components. So the TS over here. So let's create the property products. So we have a name. Let's say the product's name is camera. Caramel. I was about to say caramel. Let's see, what do we have again? We have price. Let's see, this 1000. What do we have again? Image. So it is assets camera.jpg, and as you can see, the error is gone. So let's check back. Now our this thing is back. So but one thing is, we've passed the data, but the data has not been used. So let's use the past data in our components. So we have here, we have our products here. So the way of accessing with input signal is via, just to firstly keep it simple, for simplicity, I'll say products like this, then name. So let me copy that. So this in Angular is called interpolation. So we'll discuss this more as we progress in this course. So this one is price. So let's see if this is what we are seeing. As you can see, it is exactly what we have, what we pass. So the last thing we haven't touched is this one. So let's see what this will give us to. And voila, we have the data is being passed and it is working exactly as we want it. So just to do some kind of change, let's see, it's still camera, right? Okay, let's say HD camera. Yeah, I have HD camera and it is working. So join me in the next tutorial where I explain how do we pass data using the former method, which is input decorator